Hey guys, Flabaliki here today, and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where once again we're jumping into a time lapse. This one is about half of the video, so if you do want to skip it, jump ahead to about like 16 minutes, and you get a little bit of a tour of it. But basically, what we're doing, so this was done during my 12-hour live stream that I did just recently, and if you do want to watch this in real time, I believe it's in part 2 of the 500 sub live stream, which you can watch back via my website. You can watch it in real time if you want, if you just want to chill out and have it on the background while you're doing something. So last episode was suggested that we make like a little campsite area, and then in the live stream people wanted to see like a little sort of mountain town with a little swimming hole / lake and all that. So I thought, you know, we had 12 hours, so I thought we might as well spend a bit of that time in cities. And so we've decided to make a couple of mountains here in this area using the sort of terraforming mod. And this actually took the longest amount of time creating mountains from scratch. I gotta say, it was not easy. It was incredibly tedious. And I don't even know if I'm 100% happy with the final product. I mean, I think it looks really, really cool, but I think it just needs a lot more work to get it done. And you can see me just here adjusting it over and over and over again. But I think, yeah, I think it looks good in the end, but it could definitely use a bit more work. So maybe I'll sort of adjust that in my own time. But I think it's really cool once you see it all take shape. So we're getting like a little kind of, I guess, a valley in between the mountains here where we're going to put the town. And there's going to be a little swimming hole, like a river that flows down. It's going to be really, really cool. And you'll just get to see it take shape, really. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Because, I mean, I've pretty much said everything that needs to be said about it. We're just using the sort of the terrain tools to fine-tune everything here. This is where I'm going to have like the river running, so it's going to have a few waterfalls. I have a couple of tiers. I don't know what else. I mean, you'll see it later on in the episode, obviously, but if you do have any suggestions of what else we could do out here as well, let me know. I think I said this in one of the previous episodes. I don't particularly want it to be anything too super detailed, especially not, at least not in this city, because this city is not really about being super detailed. It's just about building a big city and having fun. You know, we got a bloody great city with loads of people. Although, I don't know, we're not even at 200,000 yet, but we still got loads of people. And somehow we're actually making money at this point, because a lot of the time our city ends up making no money. We're in like some sort of negative cash flow most of the time. But it usually evens out because I think it's the stadium that costs us the most money, that match day DLC. And I think whenever that sort of wins something, we get a bunch of money, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, we also have like $9.2 million. So I've never been too worried about the cash. So yeah, sort of fine-tuning this water and the river coming down here was probably the most difficult thing, because in the map editor, it's a lot easier to sort of create rivers and that, and if it goes wrong, it's not so bad. Whereas if it went wrong in this, it kind of flooded everything. As you can see, it's kind of... is it about to happen? I don't know. There's a lot of messing about that goes on with the water, I'll tell you what. And not just the water, as you can see, the mountains as well, because we're still working away on them. I use like this sort of weird... I don't understand half of the like the weird shaped brush tools that they have in this mod. And I don't know if you can add your own custom ones. I mean, you should be able to. That'd be cool, but... And they have like these weird... Like, I mean, the freaking smiley face brush in this mod. Who actually uses that? Like, I assume it's just put in there for a bit of a laugh, you know, just be like, haha, smiley face, it's cool. But I don't know. Anyway, it's there, and but yeah, I'm just using a lot of the random brushes that have a bit more noise and random speckles to give it a bit more texture. Because that's probably my biggest criticism of this actual map, is that all of the cliffs and rocks and all that is just, the cliffs are like super smooth everywhere in the map. There's no like texture or roughness to them. It's just like a smooth cliff face, and you can see the amount of trouble I'm having with this bloody water. And I was trying to figure out how to make it have less water. Then I remembered that there's like a little slider on the bottom left that says like the water volume, which I guess I hadn't figured out at that point. Also, I guess I hadn't seen it in Twitch chat, or nobody mentioned it. There we go, water capacity. I'm making it half. And that wasn't even enough. I did go back after this time lapse, and well, after I finished, you know, the live stream, and before I recorded the episode, I also went back and adjusted things even more because they still weren't where I needed them. Now, this area is looking a bit weird. Granted, it does look a bit weird, but I think it looks really, really cool once we get all of the trees on top of everything and start making it look really foresty. Because a couple of episodes ago when we redid the sort of industrial, oh yeah, this whole area flooded. That was a thing as well, which is kind of annoying. So you can see here, all the rivers are empty because what I did is I just reset the water so we could start over with that river. The problem with that, as you can see, is it dries up every single river on the map and they all have to reflow and... I mean, spoiler alert, it does ruin a few things and it creates some problems, but I do fix them all for the most part. You'll see them in a bit more detail as we get into the sort of real-time part of the episode as well. Yeah, just so I thought I'd make that river also flow out of the map, like backward a little bit, just so there's even less water flowing down the bottom here, because we're really just trying to get it to, you know, just get it the right amount of water. I didn't know how much I needed. Yeah, so those are the trees. I think that was just a preview of the trees. I don't even, yeah, because I think I removed them as well. Just so we could see what it looked like with trees, which I think it looks really, really cool. So now it appears that we have some less water, which is good. And so, yeah, it's pretty good. It was just a whole session of playing around with the terrain editor, which I've never really used the terrain editor in a huge way. Like, we've used it to make like slopes, obviously, and smooth some things out. But we've never done some massive scaled, like mountain building like we're doing in this. Like, I've done it in the map editor before. Like, I did a little bit of that in the previous season city, like when I built the map for that. But I've never done it in the game, you know, like whilst we're playing. So this was interesting to sort of build these mountains from scratch, and it was intriguing. So yeah, just I'm redirecting this highway because we had this like highway that was going in a straight line next to these mountains, which didn't look particularly great. But I'm spending like 5 million years trying to get these curves to look decent, because we're going to have the mountain sort of come out there a little bit and hopefully look a little bit more interesting than just having a straight line and a dead straight edge. Because I mean, the thing is, obviously, originally this area of the map would have been outside of the 9 tiles, so you wouldn't even see this. So that's why it kind of didn't look that great. It just had like the straight highway heading off, and that curve is just not looking good. This is probably one of the most annoying things to get right. Is that highway? Yeah, this whole area died, which is nothing new. As this is going to suck up all the water there as well. Yeah, so that area flooded, and then also another area floods later on that sort of destroys everything, which you'll see a little bit more of later, I think. So I decided to keep... So we just added that curve in, and then for the most part, we kept the rest of this highway pretty straight, just because I wanted to be able to fit in an interchange that was fairly easy to build and not too challenging. Because, of course, you could do an interchange on a corner quite easily, but they're always just easy to build if the road is straight. But yeah, so we added that corner in, and then just allows us to build the mountain up there, which I think looks much, much cooler. And then I've also created that cliff face on the other side of the curve, so you come around... So you come straight ahead, you see this mountain, then you go around the corner, and then you get this huge, like, wide open landscape view over the city around that corner, and I think it looks really, really cool as you're driving along there. This is just where we're going to do the interchange, which I think the interchange is pretty big. Like, I guess because it's supposed to be like a small town kind of thing, but I do make a fairly large interchange, which I guess it didn't really need to be. It could have just been like a little intersection with no traffic lights, I think. But, you know... For the sake of, I guess, in case we build a huge city out here, which we obviously won't, we have an interchange. Again, water. The water is misbehaving and flooding everywhere and just, and just refining the mountains again. You can see just how much of a process this was to get everything to work, but I think it's cool. I mean, it's not so much city skylines anymore as it is landscape skylines. Not really a skyline. Landscapes, I guess it should just be called. Landscapes. New game from Colossal Order. Where you can just terraform. It'd be really cool if they had like the voxel-based terrain tools from Planet Coaster in this game. I mean, it'd be ridiculous, but and really unnecessary, but it'd be cool. But I guess on the flip side, it'd be really cool if Planet Coaster had the water physics of City Skylines, you know? Because the water in Planet Coaster at the moment is just like a flat thing that doesn't move. Which would be really cool if the water could flow in that game. I think that'd be awesome. That would be so awesome. Anyway, on to building the interchange. Hooray! I mean, I again, I mean, there's not much to say about what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. Maybe we'll go through some comments from last episode. Make a huge international airport. Use the custom airport creator. Not for this city, I don't think, because we already have a pretty big airport. Like we have the pre-built one. I think the next city, I'm gonna try my best for City 4, Season 4. I'm gonna try my best to make it much more organized, because I mean, there are a lot of aspects of this city that are organized, but as an overall city, those parts together aren't organized. Like there's certain aspects that are really organized, I think. And I think that there's some parts I'm really, really proud of and I think are really awesome. But then there's just kind of all these different areas of the city that are just glued together somewhat arbitrarily and just randomly. And I think the next city, I'm going to do my best to try and make it feel like one cohesive city. And I think that could be better to do sort of more detailed sort of builds. And I think that airport in that would probably be a good place to do it. So this one, no. Next city, probably, yeah. Let's see. What else did we have? The smaller city should be called Jimongus. And then someone replied saying Flabmongus. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That's the other thing. I still haven't really named anything. Like in the live stream that this was from, we did name some stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's go through and name everything. And then I only named like 2 things. So I don't know. Should probably name some more stuff. Let's see. Can you make a national park type thingy? Thanks, said someone. I mean, I guess this kind of is. We could do some like bushwalking trails in this area as well. I think that could be kind of cool. Let's see. The university looks bad, not connecting, and wouldn't be realistic in real life. Well, that's not true. I think it looks good, and there's a lot of universities like that. And someone actually replied with a bunch of universities that are exactly like that. I mean, there's no reason the university couldn't be connected. Universities have multiple buildings. Like, universities are usually a huge campus that has many, many buildings. So I don't see there's no reason why you couldn't have 2 skyscrapers next to each other. As someone pointed out, even here in Sydney, where I live, there's a university called UTS, like the University of Technology, Sydney, that is, has a few different buildings that are, tall kind of skyscrapers. So, I mean, that kind of makes that point completely moot. So I don't know. Anyway, let's see what else do we have. So yeah, I'm not going to change it because I think it looks good where they are, and it's not unrealistic at all. Let's see. Flabaliki, somebody called me. The reason I like your videos is because you don't make time lapses about prob placing. If you did more of that in the next season, it would be really boring. Please just do this again so people like me make. Okay, if I could read properly. So people like me could make equal cities, ? I assume you mean prop placing. And I assume you mean Flabaliki. Instead of Flabalinki. But that's okay. Let's see. Remove trees from the sports arena. I mean, it's all pretty good. I think... Let me scroll. I want to see what's here's a big comment. I think this is a big comment that had no thumbs up. I haven't even read this comment yet. I'm just going to read it out now because I've got nothing else to say apparently. Oh yeah, you can see that industrial area was flooding with huge amounts of water a second ago. Right, I think that the big traffic issue is all your new residential trying to go to work in that industrial. Okay, this is why I need to read these comments first, because I stumble over them. I think that the big traffic issue is all your new residential trying to go to work in that industrial at no direct transit link. If you built a directed tram line or even a subway, which really doesn't make much sense, I think you'd fix that problem better than a bus would. Buses seem to interfere. Actually, no, I have read that comment before. I did read that. I remember that. No, I think it's fine. The traffic in that area is actually fine now if you're referring to... the sort of new high density area, and then yeah, that's fine actually. If you'll see it later in the episode, it's actually fine. Like it was just a temporary thing, as I expected. It was just a temporary sort of thing with all the people moving in and sort of driving around. Let's see, is this city on the workshop? No, not yet anyway. It will be when the city is done. Also, don't know why I'm not moving. There we go. I guess I was doing something at that time. Right. Anyway, so yeah, we're just building up a little town, which I think the problem I have with it is I use like low density zoning, but the game seems to think low density zoning will allow apartment buildings and like multi-story freaking commercial buildings, which I don't understand. I did go back in the episode later on and actually add high-rise ban, but I don't even think that those count as high-rises. Like, I really just want houses and like one level commercial lots, like kind of like we have there now. I think the problem is when I add in all the services, it probably makes them happier. So then they're like, "Ooh, let's upgrade." See, those I'm happy with, like those little buildings there, but they actually upgrade massively later on, which is not good. You'll see it in the episode. I'm not happy with it. So I don't know. I do have the theme editor, so I could even just go in and make a custom theme of like small town and just remove any building that's too big. So just making a nice little beachfront there to the lake where you could sort of go out there, hang out on the beach, you know, have a good time. And I was just making sure I had the best texture there, which that's technically dry grass or something, I think, but it looks like the best sand. Like the sand texture, which you saw a second ago, is like this bright yellow neon thing. It's disgusting. Yeah, so even there in the background, you saw the town is actually getting a few like taller buildings, and I'm like, what is going on with that? So I just added this little area here between the town and the sort of lake there because I thought it would look pretty. I thought it looked pretty cool. You know, just having that sort of separation. It's a bit dense compared to everything else around it. And like I said, it still needs some more work in the area. But we're pretty much ready to jump into the rest of the episode. So let's get into some real time stuff. All right, so here we go. Here is the entire mountain area that we've just built up, so we can see it in a little bit more detail. And I think it's pretty cool. I think it's really cool. I really like the way the highway sort of comes through this area and just sort of, you know, continues on looking pretty good. We got a nice little interchange there that I spent a lot of time doing. So I did this all during my 12-hour live stream that I did a few days ago. So if you do want to watch this in real time, you can watch it back on the 12-hour stream that's on my website that I may or may not link down below. I might have already mentioned this, but I probably mentioned it earlier. But and we got a little town starting up here. I really, really do not like these buildings. I don't understand. We've got low density, and is this... No, this is not a district. It should be a district, which, by the way, we should probably get a name for it. Poplar Park. That's a stupid name. That's not going to be the name. So this is going to be a district, and what I've noticed, though, city planning, high-rise ban, is high-rise ban, I don't even think applies to these buildings. This is a tiny town. I don't want these freaking things like that. I just want, like, little houses, and, like, even these have got, like, a freaking apartment things going on here. Like, I just want a house like that. I think I'm going to, if I really want it to be like that, I'm going to have to customize the theme, but I don't know if I want to do that because that's a lot of work in this city that we're kind of just building up and doing all this. So we did have one huge issue, which I'm not sure you may have seen in the time lapse. I'm not sure because I haven't watched back the time lapse yet, but this whole area here became flooded with water. Also, we're having a lot of traffic issues there now. I was trying to mess around with that a second ago. This whole area became flooded. Absolutely flooded because we added a new water source in up here, and I've actually reduced the amount of water from it that it's producing again. So because we added that in to allow the water to flow through here, it actually, you know, increased the amount of water flow, and it was crazy. It came all through here, which, by the way, it kind of looks like we might actually be able to get rid of this wall now because the water level is much lower, and I think this could be dangerous, but we're going to go with it. I think it's because we have all of these water pumps everywhere, plus we also have, you know, less water flowing through it. So, yeah, I had to put all these water pumps everywhere. Oh, here we go. But that hopefully is only flooding because I just removed... I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that! It might be okay. It might be okay. Ooh. Oh. No, I think it is okay. It is coming up a little bit. I think what I might do is try and just raise up some of these so they're above the waterline. Try and make this railway act as like a water barrier. Ooh, barracuda. Just gonna raise this up. Actually, that seems fine. It's definitely blocking the water now. As long as it looks smooth as well. Yeah, this whole area is currently flooded. Just ignore that. Yeah, so that was a huge issue that I was trying to, you know, rectify the best I could. Okay, so it's coming over this little rail section here, so we'll raise that up. Now, I will also raise up this section of rail and this one, just so all this is level through here. Now, I think... I was going to say, I don't even know how the water is flowing through this right now. I think it's just old water, hopefully. That's coming down around here. The rest of it looks pretty good. I think I might just raise this up a little bit. So it looks like a train can actually fit under that. And raise that bit up. Okay, so I think that's okay. I think that is not gonna... Oh, except over here. So that's not gonna flood anymore, except for this bit. So I'll raise this up. There we go. Just create the sort of land barrier. It's much better than it was. So it looks like it's able to sort of flow past now. There's going to be water in here for a little bit, but it should be okay. Should be okay. Now, this traffic, I'm not 100% convinced that it's a problem. I know, obviously, looking at it, it looks kind of ridiculous, but I think it's just because this whole area was literally emptied out of buildings, and then they all rebuilt at the same time. And I think that's probably contributing to it. But at the same time, I might revise that at some point, so I don't know. Yeah, I also had to remove this railway line that was here because it was all flooded and it wasn't... I was trying to put in a seawall and it was a whole thing. Let me get this and see, ideally... I want it to be in line with that, right? So about there. Obviously, just a little bit of anarchy. So we'll have the rails crossing like we did before. And then just come in there. And then I'll bring that up a little bit. Nope. Will I? Oh, there it is. People always ask me. They're like, yo, what is this mod that I use to be able to do this? It's called Node Editor. It's linked in my mods down below. You press Shift N and then you can edit the road height and all that. Yeah, Node Editor. Linked below. So there's a lot of industrial demand in the city. And this is just gridlocked. It's just like the merging in here. I don't understand. Are they all going in this lane and then changing back? Oh, God. That's a problem for another day. So we want some more industrial, which I think I might add... I don't know where I would want to do it. Because we have a huge amount. Because we also had a huge goods shortage throughout the entire city for a while, which I think has actually solved itself. I might get... We should get some industrial out here. Not a lot. Maybe just like a little section up here. I think would be cool. Maybe like a little dirt road as well. Just like oh, no, maybe not a dirt road. Maybe just a small like little laneway or something. Just have like a few factories up there. And then I might get this to go. So come around this way. And then like that or something. I don't know. And then maybe another little thing here. I don't know. Don't know if I'm going to like this. Don't know if that's too many, but I just wanted to get a few things up there. Just kind of out of the way. I'm not going to zone the whole thing, especially not all of that because it's going right over the cliff. But we'll get some stuff up here. Maybe one there. One there. Now we'll definitely want to get a fire department, probably. Up here. Because I don't think the one we have down the bottom is going to cover it. No, it will not. So I'm going to get in... Which one looks like the most appropriate? I really need to download like... Whoops. Really, I was going to say, I really need to download like a small... Like a really small like firehouse or something. This one is probably the best option. It's a huge ditch right there. That's not... That doesn't look great. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of refining, this whole area. I mean, I already spent like 2 or so hours doing the area as it is now. But there's just a lot of work to be done with it. I think... Let me just level some of this out because it's a little bit dodgy. It's a little bit dodgy. There we go. That's a bit better. It's like on a slope, but I think that's okay. It kind of works. So that'll go there. Then we're going to get the water to come... I don't know. We're kind of just doing it under the roads in this area for whatever reason. Because a lot of people are always like, you know what? Just put the freaking thing under the road, man. Just do it. Just do it. Oh, actually, that was the other thing I need to point out, which I'll do in a second. Let me just do that. So water will go there. Power, I'm just going to use the underground ones because I don't really want to do power lines. I think it was last time. Was it last episode where... Oh, yeah, the tree. Yeah, it was. The trees in the stadium. That's still locked up, but that will be fine. Over here, yeah, I removed those in the live stream, so that's all good. Oh, yeah, I also added a bunch of trees here. I thought it looked kind of nice. And it also creates a lot of... it actually does a lot of... sound dampening. Like you can see like how red it is in these areas, and then it's like this just is so much better with all the trees on it. So I thought that was quite good. So we want some more industrial, which I think I don't know where I want to do it. Not over here because this area is already pretty full on with everything. Obviously, we have a few things over here, but that's not going to meet that demand at all. But I think that'll be quite good. Just a few little things up there. I don't know. I don't... I guess we can fill out more area over here. No, but then that's a nightmare. That's not even a very good area. We could do... maybe something up here. Because what is this, like ore or something up here? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I know we could do offices as well, but I kind of want to do maybe over here because we've got like the IKEA. This could be a good industrial area. Actually, yeah, let's do it over here. I'm gonna get the 4-lane road. This is gonna go. Hang on. It's gonna go like this. Hang on. It's gonna go like this. Okay, can this stop snapping? Thank you. Because I want it to go... Space already occupied. No, it's not. I just wanted to trace along the train line. Yeah, it's good. I like that. Okay. Demolish that last part and we'll just get this to connect up. And so this will snap and that will go there. Okay, so that will join up like that. And then I think we'll go... So this is a road. This is a road. Good. I'm wondering, maybe we go like this. No, I don't want to do that. I don't like that. We'll go like this. No, actually I don't like that either. I'm going to get the small laneway. And this is going to go... like that. Over to the IKEA. That we randomly have here for some reason. And I'll drive in like that. I don't know if that will connect, but it's kind of just like a little... because I guess you can see it, like, because there's like a little delivery area here, so maybe that could be like the little access road for the deliveries or something. I don't know. Which I quite like. So, then this can go... I guess, actually, at this point, I might even just make that a smaller road. It does not need to be 4 lanes at that point, but just that bit, because I think that might be a bit busy. I don't know if I want that going straight along, though. I don't think that looks... how I want it to. Because I definitely want this to be an industrial area. Get rid of that bit for a second. This can be, and should be, a dead end. Maybe just right up to the highway. Like that. And then... I don't know how I want this area to... I think it needs to be like... I think even just kind of angular. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, I kind of know how I want it to look in my head, but I can't get it to appear. Maybe that. I don't know. Let's just see what that looks like. Oh, that's already got water. I'm a genius. Right, this is going to be... It's already a district, but I think I might make it a separate district just because it's going to be industrial, so... And it's going to be the pretty... It's going to be the dirty industrial as well. It's going to be the standard kind of disgusting industrial. So, Empire, Hills, policies. Right, let's go for... we want to go... Let's get some recycling in here. You know, we'll be nice about it. We're going to get taxation... Actually, city planning, industrial space planning. So this will double the amount of goods produced in the industry buildings. That seems like it makes sense. Because we need some goods. High-rise ban. I don't think the industrial buildings will ever get that high, but that's fine. Big business benefactor. No, we're not going to do... Oh, I guess I might do some commercial here. Doubles their sales. Sure, why not? No, we'll do small business though. Alright, so this is going to be... I'm just going to zone all of this. We'll see what it looks like. So we'll get all of this going. Obviously, we're not going to zone that side of the highway, of that road, because it's just going to go onto the train line, which I don't want. So all of these can just be all industrial. And I definitely want something back there, but I just haven't decided yet. This can be commercial. And obviously all along this side as well. It's commercial along that road. Which will be good. Alright, so then... That'll be industrial. So that should hopefully get a pretty big area there. I don't know how this is going to work with traffic, especially there's no train line here either. Obviously we have this train line, which I guess it would make sense to have a train cargo line somewhere. Maybe we could bring it up here actually. That might be an idea. That actually is a really good idea. Make that a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go there to here. And then, because this will just allow them to connect to the entire network. That is a huge train station. Did not realize it was that big. It's going to take up a huge amount of space. Hang on. It's going to have to go away. Can I place this without a road? No. Which I don't understand why you can't do that. What about there-ish? That should be about right. No, it's not. Okay. It's fine. You'd think I'd know how big cargo train stations are by this point. Apparently I don't. About there-ish? Because the thing is, I also need it to line up with that little spur that we have. So this is going to come... there? Yes. Now that will only go this way, which I guess if we wanted... So if we wanted cargo going this way, we could deliver it over there, / receive. Or it could go over to that side of the city. Or over here. And I think that's about it, yeah. So I guess I do want it going that way as well, because that would be good to be able to deliver cargo via train over to there rather than clogging up the roads. And also over here and over there. So I don't know if I can fit this in though. Kind of works, but it does create a bit of an issue with the train line. Hang on. Let's try that again. What if I do... Hang on. Open, stick to ground. Okay, so this is going to go... there. Okay, that's fine. And this can go there. How about that? There you go. That's not too bad. It's a little bit dodgy there, actually. That's not too bad, though. It's not too bad, especially if I get this and maybe paint that little section. Why is that not going smaller? Oh, there it is. Just paint that a little bit. Because that will just paint the middle and cover that grass bit. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so then I'm going to get this. I'm going to change the way that works because that was a bit dodgy. Definitely should be almost a direct connection there to get out to that road, which I think there is. So that's good. I want it to be a straight road. I don't know. I just don't know how I want this area to look is the biggest problem. That come through there. And that come round through the back of the IKEA or something. Hang on. Like that. So you have that sort of back access as well. The backcess, if you will. Yeah, let's try that. Let's just zone all of this. I'm going to assume that that is connected. I don't actually know. We'll see if anyone uses it. Alright, so let's just zone this whole area. I guess we should probably get a fire station. We have one right there, but you know what? I'm going to get another one. I'm going to get one that's like right in here. I'm going to get it over on this road. Maybe about there. I don't really like that building, but whatever. Okay, so then we have this whole industrial area just there, which is across the road. There we have a train station right here as well, so that would be really good for transit to get here. And then we have this cargo train station, which hopefully they're going to use. I think that should be good. But I'm going to leave it there because I would like your feedback on that. I didn't end up redesigning this because enough people said it was okay. It's a little bit, you know, angular, but the thing is it works. And there was really not much else I could do with it. Other than spending hours and hours and hours and hours just trying to do it over and over again. So I think it should be okay. I would like to make sure that this is working. Oh, it totally is. Okay, that's fine. So we have trains actually coming from both directions, which is perfect. So these two trains run past each other. Then we have a cargo station there. That is perfect. That's actually really good. And then we'll have that industrial area right there, which I think is really, really good having it next to this little IKEA as well. With the world's smallest IKEA parking lot too. You'd think there'd be way more, you know... Usually IKEAs I go to, they have these huge parking lots. It's crazy. Let me get some water over there as well. All right. But yeah, so leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below for this area. And I guess this area over here, because we need to fix this too. Oh, there's no garbage out here. That's actually a really good point. We'll get a... that's a really big freaking recycling center. Because we definitely need one out here. What about a dump? Maybe we could just have a dump out here somewhere. Take a huge dump in the forest. I might just put it there for now. I don't know. Alright, that'll be fine, just because I need that service. Yeah, alright, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.